small percentage of actual cheese. The rest of it is whey powder and everything else. But getting back to this. Turns out if you take fat, like olive oil, which is basically pure fat, or corn oil, or whatever, there's a chemical, which I can't pronounce and won't even attempt to, that you add to it. Now, olive oil is a high-calorie food. It's fat. It's pure fat. It's probably as high a calorie as anything, a lot higher than sugar. So when you put this chemical in with the olive oil, it crystallizes. Sound familiar? Kind of like powdered cheese. Now, when it crystallizes, it does 2 or 3 things that kind of lend me to think this may be what the Mountain House meals have in them. One is, when it crystallizes, is the fat, which you know fat and water don't mix. Well, once it puts crystal in, it becomes water soluble. That's one. Second thing is, when you put this stuff in it and crystallize it, it goes from an extremely high-calorie food to a low-calorie food. In fact, it's classified as a diet food. The calories change, disappear, move, change their structure, whatever. So it goes from being non-water soluble to water soluble, and goes from being high-calorie to low-calorie. And it becomes super stable. I mean, has an infinite shelf life. Doesn't taste like olive oil anymore or anything else you put it in that's fat. Completely changes the taste of it. But is water soluble, which lends itself extremely well to a backpacking meal, but is low calorie. So that would explain to me why these meals like beef stroganoff, beef stroganoff is a high calorie. You take a couple of cups of homemade beef stroganoff and you got, I don't know how many calories, but she'll really anchor you. You eat a pint of that, you know you've eaten something. Big chunks of beef in it and noodles and sour cream and all kinds of stuff. I mean, she'll anchor you. Although you eat a bag of Mountain House, and for me personally, 45 minutes to an hour later, I'm hungry. It doesn't anchor me at all. It doesn't stay with me at all. So that leads me to believe that the fat in Mountain House, there's a reason why they don't give the calories from fat, because there's really very few calories there from fat. And although it's a powder now that's water soluble and it's low calorie and all the other stuff, it's still legally classified as a fat. I know you wouldn't think it would be, but it is. So they can put on the label 22 grams of fat, and it's legal. Is it honest? I don't think so. Does it taste like fat? No. When you put it in your mouth, you don't get that mouth-coating mouthfeel of fat. It doesn't taste like fat. Most of the flavor from these meals is artificially flavored. If you had the meal without all the artificial flavoring in it, I don't think you have any flavor at all. So it's not high calorie. It doesn't taste like fat. It doesn't act like fat. It doesn't age like fat. For all practical purposes, it's not fat. So when somebody says that Mountain House meals are loaded right down with fat, they're right. It's just not the kind of fat that'll do you any good. And that's just my opinion. And I think that ingredient may be the one that my body goes, whoa, no, I don't want any more of this. Just, you know, it just leaves you with a bad feeling. So for you newbies that are going to go out and buy 15 bags of Mountain House and a pocket rocket and hit the trail, be warned, you won't be happy. You know, if you're new at it, you've never eaten it before, you might make it to day 2, but after that, you're going to really, really wish you hadn't bought any of this. You're way better off to do the Babel Fish 5 recipes, which is not that hard. He's got some really good recipes. They're really simple. and they're really tasty. I like red beans and rice, I think is one of the ones he makes. And you make it all up with very little fat in it, if any. Cook it all up. And it's funny, when you cook it up, after it's all cooked, you taste it, not that good. But once you dehydrate it, it changes. And it's very stable. Put it in vacuum seal bags or even a regular bag if you're not going to go for months. When you put the boiling water in it and let it set and let it rehydrate, after it's rehydrated, then the flavor comes out. It's not really there when you cook it on the stove and try it. It's kind of like, that's not that good. But after it's dehydrated and rehydrated, it's real good. He's got some really great recipes. And the one that sticks in my mind is the red beans and rice. But there's a lot of really good recipes. And those you can eat out on the trail. But you also want to take something with you that has some real fat in it, like peanut butter and nuts. And if you're not going to be out too long, cheese and different things. I carry a bottle of Parquet margarine. You know, butter is not good for a long time, but you can get, I think, clarified butter and stuff like that to supplement it, put in with it to bring the fat content up, because that's where all the calories are. So that's my explanation on Mountain House. And if anybody knows more about this than I do, leave a comment on the blog. And not something vague like, oh, yeah, man, you stepped in it again. You know the type. No, if you have some actual facts, some actual information on what's in it and how they keep the fat from going bad, fine. But don't just go to the comment section and shoot your mouth off. Because if you do, and I don't like it, I'll just click reply and click on hide comments from comment section, and nobody will ever see anything you say or ever again. It'll be gone. So, and I don't do that very often, but there are people who you can see are trolls, and they're doing that trying to get me upset. Well, that may be, but with that button, bye. So, enough about Mountain House. It's good product, and for an occasional meal, maybe once a day, it's fine. But as a newbie, don't go out and buy 15 bags of it in a pocket rocket and think you're all set, because you're not. Just watch this video a couple times and you'll understand. And if you do have information, let me know, because I'd like to know. I might be totally wrong on this, but that's what it looks like to me. Powdered cheese technology. Okay, it's still raining out. I'm going to go in the house and see what Sue is doing. I think she's out picking blueberries in the rain. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day and try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.